Some general advice to start with. So, one of the first things to think about is that 2,000 words for an essay is not very many words. And this might sound a bit strange because if you guys are writing this essay competition, especially in the junior category, you might not have loads of experience with writing essays before. But one of the things that you can find is that you will run out of words very quickly. So I think one of the pieces of advice that I'll give you is that your main advantage will come in terms of content selection. So a lot of the hard work for writing an essay is done before you start writing the essay. Um, so trying to pick the best arguments, trying to pick the strongest ways of communicating your points, and then making those points effectively and efficiently in the essay is going to be, how you convert this advantage that you've generated for yourself in the first place into something that's going to be looking good on paper. The second thing I'm going to suggest to you guys as a piece of general advice is that structuring your arguments in numbered premises can help with your clarity. So this is something that I've been trying to do occasionally throughout these course of lectures, is using what's called the premise conclusion format. So trying to have numbered premises, so premise one, premise two, and premise three follows from one and two. So this is a really useful kind of argumentative structure, and we'll talk about some resources at the end for how to kind of develop that skill better. But it's something that can help you with the clarity of your argument as well as with word count. So the other option is to try and write your arguments in long extended paragraphs, but that's going to be something that unless you're really practiced with it, it's something that can easily get out of control. And you'll end up writing far more than what you wanted to, but that won't be super great quality. It will just be kind of padding around the essential elements of what you wanted to say for the argument. So using this premise conclusion format is something that I think is going to be quite useful for you guys if you can manage it. And then finally, I would suggest using subheadings to separate the different sections of your essay. So this was something that I didn't learn effectively until I got to university. So I'm telling you guys now, many years in advance of that. So when you're setting up your essay, I would encourage you to use different subheadings and divide into maybe 2 or 3 sections. And that's going to be something that can kind of really neatly differentiate your thoughts for yourself, but also help your reader. So you're giving them more signposting in terms of what you're saying where and what they're meant to have kind of accepted or established by the time that they've got to a particular subheading. So these are some pieces of general advice that I think would steer you guys in the right direction when writing philosophical essays in general.